Good afternoon, Northlanders. This is my weekend review. It's 14 June. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm just about to go back into the house for the last time this week. We're first week back after 2 weeks recess, and we've got another 3 to go. So I just wanted to let you know what's been happening over the last couple of weeks since my last review. I hosted Simon Bridges, our National Party leader, in Northland last week for a day. I went to Kaikoui, Kerikeri and Paihia. Big crowds, well received. Standing room only at Kerikeri, and some good information back and forth, and overall a good result. Very happy. Northcote by-election on Saturday. Got to attend a really good by-election result for us. Dan Bidwell, new Northcote MP, he retained the same percentage of vote as Jonathan Coleman got at the general election, and that's not bad for a new guy, unknown new guy against a 12-year veteran with 9 years as a minister, so really happy. And Dan's going to be a great MP for Northcote and a great MP for National. I know the man, and he will. I want to talk about three strikes. Labor were trying to repeal the three strikes legislation, which is a tremendous success, and I'll give you some facts and figures to back that up. But they didn't do the homework. They either didn't get the backing of New Zealand First, which they require, or New Zealand First gave them the backing unofficially and then pulled the carpet. Either way, the legislation stays, and I'll tell you why it's good. If you don't understand the three strikes legislation, it's only for the 40 most serious offences on the Crimes Act, and they have to be 7+ years imprisonment or more maximum penalty. So we're not talking about low-level offending. For the first offence, you get a warning. You get your normal penalty that you'd get when you're sentenced, but you would get a warning in terms of a first strike warning. The second one, if you're second strike, you do no parole, no early release. So whatever time you got sentenced to, you have to serve. No third of a sentence or whatever, that sometimes happens. Third strikers, they have to serve the maximum penalty of the offence they committed. So if, for example, robbery, 10 years, they have to serve the full 10 years, regardless. Now, I'll give you some numbers here. There are 9,623 first strikers. So a good percentage of the prison population are first strikers. There's 273 second strikers, and there are only 4 third strikers. So the second and third strikers comprise 1.4% of the prison population. So this is proof that the system works. The average age of the third striker is 33 years. The average number of convictions, 64. And Corrections Department assess them as being high risk or very high risk. So I'm talking about the nasty nasties. So this strike system, it works, it protects, it keeps us safe, and it is a deterrent by the sheer numbers, 9,600, 273, 4. So it's working. And so I'm really happy personally that it stayed. Now, Winston Peters, this week, or I think last week or this week, he announced that he was going to sue various people in relation to his superannuation payments. So he's effectively suing himself. He's suing the government. The government's going to be prosecuting, and he's suing the Attorney General, so they're going to be defending. Any costs that are incurred are going to be paid for by the taxpayer. And so it's a ridiculous situation here that the court case is going ahead. He's taken as a private citizen, and so it seems to me he's going to be the acting Prime Minister, and he's taking the government to court. Interesting situation. We'll see how that plays out. This week, the start of some tax reform is going through Parliament. That's supported by both sides of the House. A lot of the work was done by National. Most of it was done, all of it was done by Judith Collins, and National initiated anyway. And it's around getting, catching Google and Apple, those sorts of situations where you've got overseas companies and they use the system to try and rort the system and avoid paying tax. So it's tracking through, and the idea is it'll be capture more tax for us, legitimately capture tax that is due in this country. So that's working its way through Parliament. Very complex bill, very complicated bill, but very necessary. Tomorrow I'm off to Mystery Creek. I'm going to be on the stand with my National Party MPs and others, doing my bit for the National Party at Mystery Creek, and then hopefully I'll be able to get around some of the stalls and have a look around. And then on Saturday, a bit of time with my son tomorrow evening, and then Saturday I'm flying back to Kerikeri with events on Saturday and Sunday, and then back into it Monday with a microbovis information meeting in Kerikeri at the Turner Centre from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock Monday afternoon. You're all welcome. So that's my week, or my 10 days in review. You have a safe weekend, and I will catch up with you next week.